Hey, this is TJ with Solutions by TJ, and thank y'all for coming. So I want y'all to come on in the room because I'm all dressed up because I'm going to a concert. So if y'all don't show up for Sunday Fun Day, I'm gonna go out and have my own Sunday Fun Day. Hello? So come on in the room, Saints. I'm ready. Where you at? I'm getting on Clubhouse as well. If you have anything that you want us to talk about, please don't hesitate to join us. Hey, Cynthia. Today is Sunday Fun Day. Yeah, I'm headed out as soon as this is over, but I really wanted to chat with you guys and see if you needed me, man. I ain't gonna miss my family now. I ain't gonna miss my family. So I'm opening this on Clubhouse as well. If you are on Facebook, you can join us either on Clubhouse at Sunday Fun Day. I'm going to, let me see if I can let visitors in. Okay, it lets everybody join who's on Clubhouse. And why is replays off? Okay. Hey, how are you? So, hey, Oswald, I'm on. Okay, you going to Clubhouse. Thank you, Cynthia. How are you today? Let me turn my little flower around and make it look like something. What is that? Burgundy? Is that this? No, I don't know what that is. Huh. Hey, Oswald, how are you?
Hi. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. Wonderful. What do you have going on?
Nothing. I was just in a room, Haitian descent. Yeah, I'm Haitian descent. So I was in a room that spoke about Haitian Creole and things like this.
Oh, cool. So you were already on Clubhouse.
I was already on, and it just ended. So when I saw the notification for you on YouTube, I went to click over to YouTube. But then when you said it was going to Clubhouse, I said, "Oh, let me just switch over to Clubhouse."
Perfect. So you know what? You brought something to my attention. When you said that, I thought you said that you were in a room, meaning at a hospital, about to get a consent from someone. And so this is one of the videos that I have coming up. This is one of the instances where it was like, dang, what do you do? So a lady called me needing a notarization. Her brother was paralyzed from the neck down and she needed a power of attorney, but he could not sign. Any idea of what you do? And I was like, dang, can he blink his eyes? What can he do? So I want to know from y'all's standpoint, what's the first thing that comes to your mind as far as what you would do in that situation? Hey, Larry, it's me and Angela.
So he couldn't like sign with an X or none of that?
Okay, that's good. I was asking the same thing. I was asking, can you put a pen in his mouth and he signed with an X? Can he blink his eyes 3 times and we record it? I mean, what do you do? What is the legal thing that is required in your state, in your city, in your town? What can you do? And if
in the state of New York, he could either use a pen and sign with an X with a pen if he could.
Right. Okay. Perfect. And so the first thing that I did, because I personally, that's what I thought. I was like, okay, can he blink his eyes? And if you put a pen in his mouth, can he just make an X on the paper? But I didn't want to trust my own instinct. So I followed up with the National Notary Association and just to see, make sure that I'm straight because I don't feel like no smoke. So yeah, they told me he can cross, do what we said, blink his eyes. You can record it and make him take the oath by, shaking his head and going from there. But, if somebody is in a state where they are a vegetable and you need power of attorney, you kind of waited too late, right? What do y'all think? I've never had that
You
situation.
waited too late.
Yeah, you waited too late. You waited too late. So my question to you all is, does anybody have power of attorney over you? Just in case you and your wife get into a car accident. Who's next in line to make a decision on your affairs?
I have two nieces, one from each side of my family, paternal and maternal.
Awesome. So they've already signed the power of attorney documents?
Yes, they did.
Boy.
And that included that medical form too.
See, you're wise. You're wise. A lot of people.
So one person can't choose over the other. It has.
Say that one more time.
I said, I added the two, so.
You went on mute for some reason.
Yeah, I was hearing double talk.
Do you still hear?
Let me return.
So, hey, Willie, how are you? Yeah, that is a good point. Hey, Nada Jean, thank you. I'm going to a concert after this, so I'm a little dressed up. Wale is at around the corner. So yeah, but I didn't want to miss my family.
Okay. Oh, I did a double talk.
You still hear it?
Yeah, I'm gonna shut down my tablet and we'll start.
Okay. Okay. It's me and Angela. What is y'all's perspective? And just to let you guys know, I'm on Clubhouse as well. So if you want to join us on Clubhouse, please feel free to do so. If you want to talk to us one-on-one. There have been a few instances that have come up where it's like things that make you say, when it comes to notarizations, like, dang, what do you do? And listen, that's when your membership to the NNA really comes in handy, because they can tell you what the laws are pertaining to what you're talking about. There was another one. Let me see if it's at the bottom. Hold on. I know Santia had a good one too. Dang, I don't even see it right now. Oh, another good one that I was thinking about. So I saw this article, and I'm going to do a video on this one too, about self-protection. You know, Texas is the wild, wild west when it comes to most things, right? So do you bring a concealed handgun into a closing? Do you bring a taser? Do you bring any type of self-protection to closing with you? If so, let us know. I personally have a taser, but I've never felt compromised. Now, in some of these general notary situations, it's been like, where my taser at? You know, but never in a loan closing. How about y'all? Anybody? Yeah, I'm on Clubhouse. It says Solutions by TJ Sunday FunDay. Ashonda. So if you just search Clubhouse for Sunday FunDay, you should find it. Let me see if I can share it on Facebook.
All right, I'm back.
Okay. So what were you saying?
I was saying earlier, the power of attorney and that medical thing that I've done in case something happens to me, I have assigned it to two nieces. One is paternal and one is maternal. They both have to come in a collective decision. One can't overpower the other.
Oh, I love. Ooh. You are so wise, Oswald. That's good.
Yeah.
I must admit, I haven't even done that. But since that has come up, Now I'm thinking about it.
What are you afraid of?
No.
I mean, I already told them, leave me on a ventilator until that ventilator stopped working, and that's the end of my life. Leave me on there. Why? I can't afford to pay for it. And I'm like, don't worry about the cost.
Mm-hmm. Huh. That's good. And so for me,
You know, I don't have property in my name anyway. I just put it all in my entities, so I'm fully protected. You can't touch my money.
that is awesome. That is awesome. You are wise. Get down, Blue.
Yep.
She come put both of her feet on me. Hey, Blue. Well, that's good. I have to. Oh, Santia said, Oswald, can you repeat that one more time? She's on whatchamacallit? On YouTube.
Give me 2 minutes. I have to let out some water.
Okay. Call Blue over there, Madison, and put her in her cab. Okay. Get down. I don't feel like fighting you. Okay, thank you, Sandy. I am looking sexy. I'm trying to be cute, y'all. You know, your girl is single in these streets now. I do have to stop, Blue. Madison, why are you hyping her up? She took a bath, so she gets the zoomies once she's clean. Take her in there. Make her follow you. Go, Blue. But yeah, so I'm going to a concert. My family is getting me out of the house. So y'all might see me looking a little cuter because they done bought me all kinds of clothes and everybody is taking me out because they say, you know, you're in the middle of everything, which I am. I mean, where I live is in the Black Mecca of Houston and I live near everything. So it's a really good opportunity for me to get out and socialize and stop being all TJ-ish. Hello? And Blue and Madison are having a good old Mexican standoff, huh? Wow. Okay. So yeah, I know, right? Go, Blue. Now Blue getting big. Her little back is all wide. She is eating good in these streets. I know, right? So we've been partying all weekend. I didn't wake up today until 2:00. But we have some really good notary. We have some really good notary topics too. And hey, y'all, on YouTube, is it blurry or anything? How does it look over there? Because you know sometimes the internet will have you skipping and all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna try to find it real quick.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I'll use my other phone to get on YouTube with the sounds down.
Oh, okay, it looks good. Okay, Santia says she usually regarding how do you take any type of protection? She takes protection. And I get it because
in what way?
So I read this article about gun protection. I was talking about Texas is the Wild Wild West, and we can carry a concealed handgun. Sometimes not even licensed. There are certain instances. However, a lot of people carry a handgun or a taser or something just for their own protection, taking it to closing. And I was asking, what do y'all think of that? I'm gonna do a video on that probably. Also.
Let me tell you something. If we could carry a gun here in New York, oh my God, I would carry one because, you know, I'm losing a lot of business because there are places in New York City I refuse to service, like the bad neighborhoods, Bushwick, East New York, Bedford-Stuy, and to tell you the truth, in the very beginning, when I started my career, I did a closing in East New York, and it was shooting outside. So I was like, okay. You know, when I was done with the closing, the people wanted to kick me out. They're like, "Oh, you gotta go now. You can't stay." And I said, "Okay, I'm gonna leave." And I called the cops and I said, "Hey, here's this." And when they heard the shooting, they were able to ping on my phone where I was. And then the lady came outside. "Oh, why am I doing that?" I said, "Listen, I'm not from here." And the shooting was like real loud. "What, you trying to get me killed?"
Okay.
From that point on, anytime, like, I have a map on my wall, and if it's like the bad neighborhood or New York City housing, what we call NYCHA, the projects, nope.
I get it.
Because like the projects here in New York, for example, the address is not in front of the building; it's on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're looking for the address, people could tell you're not from the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because everybody who lives in their specific project know where everything is. Or other people that live in other projects, they know how to, look for the address and just go straight to it. So I was asking for this particular address, and nobody would want to help me. The moment that I called two cops over, and I said, "Okay, where's 2395 McDonald Avenue?" What happened was somebody took down the number, and they erased the outline of the number. Mm-hmm. Don't you know the borrower came out? They came out this building. "Oh, no, you shouldn't do that." The borrower had listed the wrong apartment number.
Oh, wow.
Because he put apartment 11J, and the building only has 7 floors. And when I sent a message to Signature Closers, they were like, "The address is correct." No, it's not correct, because there's no 11th floor. There's just the 7th floor. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as soon as that happened to me, I said, "No mas."
Never again.
I see the zip code, and I put in the address, and with Google Maps, it shows you what the building looks like, and it looks like Melcher. Nope. I just say no. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can't. We can't carry tasers here.
Oh, wow.
We can have a stun gun, mm-hmm. but the stun gun won't come to your home, your residential address. And when I try to send the stun gun to my virtual office in the city, it won't go there either. So I don't know what to do. I mean, I do carry pepper spray, mm-hmm. But that's not enough. I want a stun gun. You come mess with me. Let me give you a couple of shocks of electricity.
You gonna buzz them, huh? Yeah, really.
I buzz the doorbell. Let me buzz you too.
Okay. Let me buzz you in. I get it. Hey, Jasmine and Angela, y'all can feel free to come up to the screen. Come up and talk if y'all would like. It's an open forum, y'all. We are on Clubhouse as well. Thank y'all for joining us. And these are some topics that, like, if you have had any type of different, like, notarization that was real bizarre, please let us know. Because those are things that I want to start talking about on a regular basis on the channel. What good is it if everybody on YouTube is talking about the same thing, right? Let's start talking about stuff where we have instances where we couldn't figure it out and all figure it out together. How about that? Okay. So yeah.
I've actually done a closing, mm-hmm. where the properties in California, it uses a California acknowledgement. So I don't feel comfortable using that, because why should I put an X across the box that they have and put lines through the venue and stuff like that? So what I do is I just attach a New York acknowledgement. I have the people tell me what I'm doing is wrong. And when I tell them I'm in the state of New York, and I'm going to use a New York acknowledgement because I'm a notary for the state of New York. Mm-hmm. Well, they went to call their lender, and I said, "Well, while you're calling the lender's on the phone talking." I said, "Okay, I'm going to put the Secretary of State of New York on the phone too." And they said, "Why?" And I said, "Because National Notary is not my Secretary of State. My Secretary of State at the time was Rosano, Rosalind Rosano." Mm-hmm. So I was like, "I'll call her office directly, and y'all could just." "Oh no, I could use the state of New York." Mm-hmm. Like, really?
Wow.
If you know so much about your paperwork, then you should have just went ahead and signed it and, notarized your paperwork, and I would have just said, no, because now I don't care.
Yeah.
Why are you telling me about my procedure and you already know about yours? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else have anything? It's some interesting stuff that goes on. I think Mariama had some topics too. Oh, dang, she was keeping her own list, and I have my own list. Let me see. Notary topics. They're over here, put shirt on. Yeah, I can't find it. Okay. Okay. I am looking for it and seeing if there's anything else. Dang, I don't see it. But Mariama had some really good ones. And we've been trying to write it down once we see some good ones so that we can share them with you guys. Oh, okay. Santia, I had an apostille recently that I had to send to Florida to get notarized, and they sent it to the client's country, then sent it back to him in the mail. Florida's turnaround time is 3 weeks. That's pretty cool. So you got it notarized in Florida. So Florida notarized it, and they sent it on to the Secretary of State for you? I'm not understanding what you're saying. You had an apostille recently that you had to send to Florida to get notarized. And they sent it to the client's country, then sent it back to him in the mail. I don't understand, Cynthia. Because normally, if for an apostille, you accept it, send it to the Secretary of State, you get it back, give it to your client, and then they send it to the country, right? What happened on Clubhouse? Let me see. I'm still here on Clubhouse. Can y'all hear me? Hey, Teek, how are you? Please feel free to come up to the stage. Oswald, do you hear me on Clubhouse?
No, me and Tech, we were like kicked out for some reason, and then he was like close it out and then come back in, and now we're back.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, thank you, Tech. I appreciate that. I don't know what's going on. You know, some of these things get weird at certain times. Yes, the client was from Florida. Okay. Right. And so the notarization, I do understand that the notarization had to come from Florida because the documents originated in Florida. So it had to be notarized in Florida. I totally understand that. But I think in your comment above, you mentioned that they sent it to his country. I guess that was the part that was confusing to me. Okay, come on up, Angela. How are you? Hey, Angela, how are you?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. I have a question, TJ.
Mm-hmm.
It has to do with so I got a signing from a signing service in Tennessee is a no witness state, but I guess in Michigan witness. And so the signing service is like, no, you need to go and bring your witness in. And I was like, no, we're a no witness state, and I'm notarizing it in Tennessee. So I need some understanding about how all that works, because as far as I'm concerned, I am following the law in the state that I'm in. we do not need witnesses, but they wanted me to provide the witnesses for the signing. And that's extra money that they weren't paying. So what would you have done?
So when I don't know what to do about stuff like that, I call the NNA because they know. They have they know the state laws. They have extensive training over our state laws, and normally they have really good answers as far as that's concerned. So if you know that your state is a non-witness state, so the client was purchasing property in Tennessee.
What was it? I forget what kind of document it was. No, I want to say it was a refi, but they were in Tennessee.
Oh, okay. So the refi was where were you at the time? What city and state were you in?
I was in Tennessee at the time. And they happened to be in Tennessee. But I guess they live in Michigan.
Okay.
I know. I gave it back to them.
Yeah, I would have called the NNA. I promise you. So
It was after hours. I just gave it back to him because it was after hours. And I was like, no. So anyway, I just wanted to get your opinion, or anybody else who's, experienced that, how they handle that.
Tech, have you experienced that?
Yeah, a couple of times. Something has come up like that. Let me ask you this. Where was the deed going to be recorded?
Michigan.
Okay. But if you're presently in Tennessee, then you got to follow Tennessee laws.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said.
That's what I normally say too.
So yeah. Some people, they pretend like they know and that they're notaries and that they attorneys and that they went to law school and went to all these different trainings. But like my man, the notary John was saying earlier, since you know so much, why don't you just sign it yourself then? Why are you calling me? If you know so much, like let them, you are the one who passed the test. You're the one who sat in the class and got the certification. You're the one, you're dictating that situation. But yeah, sometimes it gets a little tricky as far as where the deed comes to the court, but you can always rely on wherever you are currently standing, whatever patch of dirt you're in, just follow those rules.
Yeah.
TJ, I don't really call the National Notary Association because I have the experience of asking them a couple of questions. And, the last time I called them, which was about a year and a half ago, they said to me, I need to call the Secretary of State. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'll do just that. And anytime I have a question, I call the Secretary of State because in New York, one of the problems is the notary public license law is broad and vague, and it's like all these places can take advantage of New York, and it's like it's the craziest thing.
Wow. Interesting. Okay. So they tell you to contact your Secretary of State. They don't even try to touch it.
No, they don't try to touch it. They'll just tell me to call the Secretary of State. And I'm like, oh, well, if that's the case, I'm going to continue calling them, and I'll never refer to the NNA. I mean, yes, they have a lot of great magazines, a lot of reading materials, and a lot of great resources. But when it comes to questions concerning the state of New York, I no longer call them. I just call the Secretary of State up in Albany, or the phone number for down in New York. See?
Yeah.
So Angela, sorry, TJ.
No, you can go.
I just want to know, Angela, what did you need a witness for? Was it just because they didn't have identification, or what was the situation? Why did you require a witness?
I don't know. Some documents I've seen just throughout the paperwork, they want a witness. I don't remember. It was a while ago. It was several loan signings ago. I just remember that situation, and I just wanted to get some clarification on it. But it was a regular loan package. It wasn't anything special.
I always opt for, yeah, definitely wherever I am, those are the laws that I have to follow. And I mean, it's where you're sitting at the time. That just makes sense to me, you know?
You know, Angela, when I don't understand, like, let's say the state is a no witness state and I can't remember that, I just go into Google and I type in, you know, is this particular state is a witness state, and it'll tell me no. It'll tell you which documents require witnesses or not. That's what I do.
Well, I already know that Tennessee is not a witness state, but Michigan is.
Mm-hmm.
So there were Michigan documents being signed and notarized in Tennessee.
Right.
So
yeah.
Tennessee law.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if the signing service was, you know, didn't understand and trying to get over, but if you're going to bring witnesses, people are going to get paid, and they aren't offering pay for the witnesses. So I wasn't going to pay for them, and I'm in a no witness state, so.
And that's why I turn down assignments when it comes to witnesses. So as soon as I see witness is needed, I just pass on it because I don't want to deal with that mess.
Gotcha.
And so as far as witnesses are concerned, for me, you know, some closings require them, others don't. But if I have like someone in Houston who is one of my mentees and they'd like to go to a closing with me, then that's when I'll use that as an opportunity, as a training opportunity to allow them to go to closing with me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
But other than that, I mean, you know, we have to, in Texas, I think the most annoying thing is our Texas cash outs, because they have to be done in an attorney or in an attorney's office or at a title company. So you as the notary have to find a place in order to do that. And so sometimes that can be challenging. But I think it's sort of the same. I mean, you know, every place has its own variations of what you need to do and all of that. So yeah, you gotta be careful. Hey, Brandy and Stephanie and Marquez, y'all can come on up. Feel free to talk. This is just an open forum. This is just TJ. You know, y'all are family. Come on in the room. Feel free to talk. This is our Sunday fun day where we just talk to each other. And if y'all have anything, any questions, any comments or whatever, feel free. How do you pronounce your name? Is it Tech or how do you pronounce your name?
Tech.
Tech. Okay, Tech. You have a YouTube channel, don't you?
Yeah, I do, but it's not very active, but I try to go on live every now and then.
Okay. Well, cool beans. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate that. I'm just on here. I mean, we have Sunday Fun Day every Sunday at 9. So, you know, I didn't want to miss it because I was down the street trying to party for President's Day. But do y'all have anything interesting, anything to share? Let me see what y'all are saying on Facebook real quick. Okay, no new comments on Facebook. Miss Libby said, I did my first cash out on Friday. Thankful there was a title office that allowed me to come in and complete the closing. And y'all know when you do a cash out in Texas, you need to ask for more money because you should not be paying for that title company. You know, if it's $25, $50, don't take it out of your money. You ask for the company that you're working for to pay for that. So if the title company charges you $75 and the signing agency wants to give you $25, you need to ask for an increase and let them know why. Does that make sense? Let me turn my phone off. I'm so happy y'all are here. Angela, did you have anything else? Y'all take a look at that video that I posted too, because man, I just had it in my spirit to call my crew together and figure out what was going on, because there are people who purchase things, you know, and I want to know what in the world is holding people back. So that was the main reason that I did that video, but some extremely awesome things came out of it. So if you have time, just take a look at it. I put it was a 2-hour long video. It was on a Saturday, not this last Saturday, but Saturday before last. I woke up and said, man, because I've been doing a lot of strategy calls, and I said, let me just get on with the family and see exactly what's holding them back. Because a lot of people are letting fear hold them back. And so I want to walk them hand in hand until they get to a point where that fear is just ridiculous. And it's like, okay, I'm tripping. Let me go on and get this done. But that's what some people need. And I definitely don't mind doing that. So in that video, some just awesome things came out, just not just from me, but from everybody that was participating. Y'all got to check it out. I'm not going to leave the whole 2-hour video up on YouTube long, probably for the first 24 hours. And then I'm going to cut it to probably the first 28 minutes of the video. But it's some jewels throughout that thing that ain't nobody talking about. I mean, even in the first 28 minutes, you're going to get some nuggets that a whole bunch of people, you know, just do not talk about. So
what's the name of that video on your channel?
It's called Notary Signing Agent Training. Which one is best for you? And the thing says stop playing. The whatchamacallit, the thumbnail.
What is it that you see that people are afraid of? What is it, you know, like, is it new signing agents who are trying to get loan docs closings and they don't want to accept the appointments? Or
yep.
What is it?
That's it. New signing agents who don't want to accept the appointments because they're afraid. They've never done it before, never seen the docs, just afraid. Fear is paralyzing them. That's it.
One thing I observe is that when somebody is very afraid, one thing I saw that was sort of true across the board is that they're not homeowners. Like, they've never gone through the process before. Like, for example, I went to a signing this past weekend, and I don't do loan closing, by the way, but sometimes they fall onto my schedule, and this one happened to fall on my schedule, and it was a couple. It was a beautiful Saturday. We sat out in their yard.
Wow.
But at the same time, they said, hey, you know, they pulled out the stack of documents out of the envelope, and you know, I didn't expect it to be a loan closing, but I asked them, hey, was this are you selling or buying? And they say, oh, no, we're buying. Oh, no, we're refinancing. And then I go, well, listen, because it looked a little scatterbrained. They were just shuffling through the paperwork and passing documents back and forth. And I say, listen, if you've never done this before, this could take an hour. But, you know, if you've done this before, then we can be out of here in 15 minutes. Which one would you like? And they say, hey, we want to get out of here in 15 minutes. And I said, hey, no problem. But here's the thing. Like, I've gone through a personal refinance myself and, you know, purchase property. And, you know, that's, to me, that gives you an advantage. Give you a little bit of a benefit because, yes, you know that this is a very serious occasion and there's a lot of money on the line.
Yeah.
But there's a level of confidence that you have because you've seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other way to describe it other than the fact that it's you know, if something goes wrong, I think that's what people are afraid of too. They're afraid that they're gonna do something illegal.
Messing up, right?
But truly, if you mess up, the worst is gonna happen. Like, nobody's gonna send you to jail, damn it. Like, nobody's gonna lock you up. If you do something malicious and you're signing documents, you're stashing $150,000 and looking the other way, possibly. But if you just make a mistake, the worst thing that's gonna happen is say, go do it again. Like, you do the deed incorrect, like Angela was saying, wrong state, no witnesses. Go do it again. You have to pay for it again. You have to go pay for a witness or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's inconvenient and it's unsettling and it's very, you know, time consuming. You have to go back out there and do it. But at the same time, that is an error that you'll never make again.
Yeah.
But you have to go. You know?
Absolutely. You said you don't do loan signings. What do you normally do? What's the majority of your work consist of?
Estate and trust. People do birth certificates, minor travel consent, LLC agreements, liquor license application, gun permits, you name it. People got all kind of crazy stuff going on, and they always need somebody to sign it.
Yeah. How do you market for your business?
I call other notaries.
Really?
Yes.
That's a new one. What happens when you call other notaries?
Hey, is there any document that you don't do? No, I do pretty much everything. Okay, well, listen, I've got a single signature document here. This side of town, 130. Are you available for it? They're like, yeah, I am. Okay, great. Anytime you get any documents that's on my side of town, I'll be happy to do it. Here's my number, call me.
Wow. Okay.
Sometimes they call, sometimes they don't. But here's the thing: when you give them money, they always call back. They always.
That's a new one for me. I had never heard of that one. And that
Hey, TJ.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish. I'll
No.
hop in when you finish.
Reverse psychology. Wow.
Yeah. I was just asking, was that the majority? Like you get the majority of your business through other notaries just doing that?
Other notaries, sometimes paralegals, sometimes attorneys, but at the same time, it's really what it really is.
Mm-hmm.
It comes down to when before I was number one on Google, what I would do was I would call people who were number one on, and then because if you think about it, when people are looking for notaries, that's who they're finding. So I said, well, he try to bypass that whole process, and it was an effective strategy. And it was the nicest part about it is that it was free.
Yes, absolutely. Okay.
But that's nerve-wracking too, though. You like you said, speaking in front of people and talking to people. But to be honest, a lot of notaries they're begging for it. They want somebody to call them.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. That's good. You were about to say something, Miss Angela?
Yeah. Did you know that or anybody else in the room, signing service are starting to do inspections?
What type of inspections? Home inspections?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like through the service, like we get our loans.
Mm-hmm.
They are starting to do inspections.
I've heard of that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
That to me would tell me that I should start advertising for inspections, because if somebody's calling signing services, then they're probably looking for, or like the signing service is contracting the notary to go and conduct an inspection, right, Angela? Is that what you're saying?
They're sending it out like they do,
For a loan
for
closing.
signings.
Mm-hmm.
For a loan closing.
Yeah, start advertising for that.
Absolutely.
You don't have to advertise for that. You just they will call you day and night.
No, look what I'm saying. I'm saying bypass the signing service and go straight to the source.
Oh, right. Exactly.
That's
that way you call your own shot.
Yes, sir. So true.
Might be worth it.
I love it. Awesome. Let me check and see if we have any comments on Facebook. Okay, Miss Libby said that they told me it's normally $150 to use their room. Yeah, Miss Libby, did you get that money back from the closing? So will the signing company send the office the money? No, you have to get the money because you had to pay the office. So you needed to ask them that. You needed to ask them for an increase in your pay before you did the signing, but you can still go back and ask. It never hurts. Absolutely. Is that a title company? So Santia said she can agree with the fear of getting started, but it's good if they reach out to local notaries and establish a friendship so that they can possibly help. Right. For people who aren't in Houston. Solicit other notaries. Oh, okay. So Miss Santia says she solicits other notaries all the time when she's busy to pass off work. That is a great option to just get to know each other and to get more business. I had never thought of that. That's amazing. And 3M Mobile Notary Services says Mortgage Connect is offering inspections. Hey, 3M. Thank you for joining us. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Okay, so guys, I'm going to jump off of here and go to my Wale concert for All-Star. Y'all have a great weekend. Happy President's Day tomorrow. If you need me, you know how to contact me. Support at solutionsbytj.com. Again, that's support at solutionsbytj.com. I love the conversation, so I'm probably going to start doing this on both Clubhouse and on YouTube from now on because I like the fact that y'all can talk to me. So thank you, Oswald and Angela and Tech, for joining me over here. It's refreshing to be able to have a two-way conversation. I love y'all to life, man. Y'all go out and have a great one. Okay?
Yeah, you have a great week too.
All right. Thank y'all. Bye.